Hello all. Today we are solving LeetCode problem number 1758, minimum changes to make alternating binary string. So you are given a string S consisting only of characters 0 and 1 binary characters. In one operation you can change any 0 to 1 or vice versa, which means 1 to 0 string. So you can change it. Thus the string is called alternating if no two adjacent characters are equal. For example, that should be 0 1 0 1 or 1 0 1 0. So this is what exactly called as alternating string. So return minimum number of operations needed to make a given string S alternating. So basically we will be given a string, any string which has only 0 and 1s, so can be 0 1 oops 0 1 1 0 1 something, anything of this kind. But in this example we are given the string example as 0 1 0 0. So this should be converted into 0 1 0 1 because this is not an alternative string, this is an alternating string. Or this should be converted to 1010. This is also alternative string, but here in the case of this first string it takes only one operation, and in case of this string it takes three operations. So you have to return the minimum number of operations required for this conversion. So how do we do that? Well, it's basically the regular iteration. You start iterating from left to right of the given string, and you will use a variable which will track the alternative bit. So this is how we will be using this variable to solve this problem. So let us run through the example 1. You know that every alternative bit starts with either 0 or 1. So you have to run the for loop two times to calculate the number of operations required for this case and this case, and you will find the minimum operation whichever is consuming and return that as the output. So if we start with 0, we will have the variable, maybe it can be value is equal to 0 while starting, and now we are going to use this. So for when we are iterating for left to right, and we are checking if the given character it is not equal to if it is equal to uh, 0, if equal to val. So if the character c is equal to val, then which means this is what exactly it is being expected, because 0 and the value is 0. Okay, we have to move to next one. So in this case, first the value is equal to 0, and now when we are moving to the next one, this becomes 1, and it expects 1 to be present in the next index position of string yes. So if it is 1, then we continue. If it is 0, then what happens here is we will store the result value here, which will be increment by 1. So this will be plus or equal to 1, and then we move forward similarly. So let us run through the example 1, which is nothing but 0 1 0 0 1 0 0. So value is equal to 0. Now we are checking, this is the first case which starts with 0. So value is equal to 0, and the first position it is 0, so we continue, and this becomes 1, and again we are checking 1 is expected here and 1 is in the value, so we continue, this becomes 0, and 0 is expected here and 0 it is here in the string yes, we continue, and 1 is expected here, but here it is 0. So what we do here is result equal to 1. So we got this, and now in case of 0 that is 1, and in case of 1 we start with value equal to 1. So 1 is expected here in this place, but 0 it is. Result is result is 1 now, and now value is updated to 0, and you can see here 0 is expected here, but it is 1 here, so 2. Similarly, next it becomes, 1 is expected here, but it is 0, so this becomes 3, and 0, it is, the 0 is in the string s, so no more operation, so result here equal to 3, and minimum of 1 and 3 is 1. So the time complexity for this problem, it will consume us big O of 2n. So with this idea, let us go ahead and code this up. So we start with n is equal to len of s, and t is equal to 0, which we can have it as target is equal to 0, or value, I'm having it as a better name for variable is target. So, and now we will have the operation. So operation is equal to 0, and we start. So for c in range, okay, c in, sorry, this should be c in, not using range because we are extracting the characters, which is value in yes. Now what we can do is, if c not equal to target, right, so in that case you, this should be if, in that case you increment this operation by 1, right, and now if t is equal to, if target is equal to 1, then what we do is we change that to 0, else it will be 0, right? So in this case, now target will be equal to 1, okay, if target is, we are updating it equal to 0, else target will be 0. So this is the code, and now we are having the operation here, so that we will update in the result. So result is equal to operation. So we will copy this, and we are going to repeat the same thing for the next. So next setup, which is, this is for 0, this is the first one is starting with z, this is 1, yes, 1, and the next one will be for 0, right? So similarly, let me paste this, and now there is no changes required. We have to change this target to be 1. So second case, we are having this target to be 1. So let me be clear here, adding some comments. So case 1 and case 2, right? So yes, and now we have to return minimum of result, and we have operation. So you will have a operation as a result of this, and you're comparing with the result and operation. So hopefully this should work, and it consumes big O of 2n operations. There is some mistake. I am so sorry here. So we have to reset this operation. So this should be reset to 0. So to start from in case of the case 2, to start with the case 2. So because this carries the operations in the first place, so now things are working fine. Let us submit it, and there you go. Thank you.